So my name is Xavier Nathaniel Domingo, and here is my advocacy speech for someone who has mental illness. How often do you see a person walking along the street with obviously mental illness? What do you think about these people? Have you ever thought what they have been through to end up in that situation? Have you ever thought for even a single moment to do something to help them? Let's have a serious talk about you, me, and each one of us. We are not safe from mental illness, especially depression. Depression is a silent killer. So what is depression? Depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects on how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Depression causes the feeling of sadness or a loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed. Its ability to function at work and at home. Fortunately, it is treatable, but you don't know. Depression can come back to you in an instant, and experiencing that is very hard for us. Unfortunately, in our culture, once we consult a psychiatrist, people will start talking about you. People will start calling you names, pahed, may topak, siraulo, and etc. Even worse, a lot of people take depression as a joke. It seems though a lot of us cannot accept that we are not immune with such mental illness. So with other day I was on Twitter swiping through some tweets, and I saw this one particular tweet that has a picture of her arm sliced by a blade with a lot of blood. Of course, with a lot of blood. She is on the verge of killing herself. So in her condition, what do you think happened to her? Do you think that people did that to her? No. She hurt herself because of us people. People make you depressed. You may think that it's just a thing a lot of people have depression, thinking that they're just riding on the trend that teenagers are always depressed, but no. We just have to be careful in what we say and what our actions do to other people. Imagine yourself having depression. What would you want your friends to do to you? Imagine your friend who has a depression. You've noticed that he isn't that energetic anymore. What do you think he wants you to do for him? I guess just understand and accept. What would you do to make them feel better? Depression is a much used word in society today. The word we use to describe a very bad day to not wanting to live at all. But for someone who has depression, it is much more than any word that can describe. Depression is a kind of feeling robbing us of initiative to continue living. Accomplishing even the littlest things can put extreme pressure on a person. It is a growing feeling that everything feels so hard. A lot of people always say it is important a person with depression talk to someone. Tell someone on what they feel. But how do you think they understand that it is not your choice? Do they accept that depression is controlling you and not the other way around? So if you're someone who I've been talking about, someone who has depression, go and get help. First, acceptance is key. Accept that you are depressed and it will be from now on. Fight it, and at the same time, accept it. Next, as hard as it may seem, get help from a doctor or a professional who will help you to get out of it. We can battle with ourselves to make the choice of allowing others to help. But once you do, you will slowly come to realize that these people will help you. The doctors are professionals, even medications cannot help you unless you make a decision to allow healing and choose to kill the monster inside you. Now, let's talk about the symptoms according to medical professionals. Depression symptoms can vary from mild to severe. It can include feeling sad or having a depressed mood, changes in appetite, trouble of sleeping or sleeping too much, feeling worthless or guilty, and difficult thinking, and many more. How is depression treated? As mentioned earlier, depression is treatable. Before a treatment, medical professionals will conduct a thorough evaluation and plan of a course of action. Medications. Antidepressants produce some improvement in a week of 2 use. If a patient feels a little or no improvement with the particular medications, the psychiatrist usually change the medication if not adjusting the dosage of the current medications being taken by the patient. Talk therapy. Sometimes it is used for mild depression. For severe depression, this therapy is used along with antidepressant medications. Having someone to talk about your problems can easily help you to get your weight out of your chest. Self-help and coping. Medical professionals may suggest things a depressed person can do to help reduce the symptoms. Exercise is said to be a positive effect to have a depressed person. Getting enough quality of sleep regularly, eating a healthy diet, and avoiding alcohol can also help reduce symptoms of depression. And also loving yourself as you love others may help. In conclusion, depression is a real illness. I know that having depression is a bad thing to have, but it is not your fault of having depression. Depressed people would like to tell others that they did not choose to have this. And for depressed people, always know that help is available. At first, you may think that depression is permanent, but no. There's a lot of ways to get help like medications, talk therapy, and getting a medical professional to help you feel better about yourself. If you have depression, always talk to a friend because they are always there for you. As I said earlier, having someone to talk to can easily get the weight out of your chest. If you notice your friend not being the same or as energetic as the past, talk to them. You can help them by being there for them. They can feel comfortable when they have someone by their side. Consult a psychiatrist. When you really need help or someone to talk to, the medications that they give can help you make your depression go away, but those medications will not last forever. Your depression may come back because of extreme anxiety. Think that you are having a bad day. Think that there is always someone fighting with you throughout depression. And another, last resort, you're having thoughts on attempting suicide. So if you're attempting suicide, just contact the Philippine suicide hotlines. They can help you avoid to attempt suicide. They exist for one reason, and that reason is to help you decrease your depression or decrease your attempting to suicide. Also, loving yourself is easy because you can love yourself as you love others. As I say, love yourself first before loving others. So if you're feeling sad, treat yourself. Going to the movies by yourself isn't a bad thing. It just means that you are spending more time by yourself. Doing that can make you strong by not depending on others too much. Make a habit on exercising and motivating yourself in the morning. Always do that. It can help you concentrate more. Don't make yourself feel worthless. That will make everything worse. Love the things that you once loved. Don't make yourself feel sad. If you're having anxiety, turn that anxiety into happiness. Play a game that you once enjoyed, or watch a funny movie. This can help you get rid of the sadness you feel. If you overcome this big wall of depression and anxiety, you won the game that your brain and feelings have created. As I say, love yourself first before loving others. Don't forget that you have your own feelings, your own body, your own mind. Protect and love yourself.